Welcome back to another Flappy tutorial. Today we're going to be working on the score and the menu. So start by creating a new sprite, and let's search for number, and select one for each number. I'm going to use glow, but you can do otherwise. Okay, after you've done that, let's bring out a when flag clicked, and let's bring out a go to, and let's go to, I'd say about, let's go with 0, 1, 30. And let's set the size to, let's go to 80. Okay, after we have when flag clicked, go to and set size, let's bring out a forever loop, and after hiding the sprite, and let's create a new variable called score, and then let's also, I'll bring out the create clone, but let's create a new variable called letter hashtag for the sprite only, and let's set it to 1, and then create a clone of myself right after that, and then let's change letter by 1, and then let's have it repeat the length of score. Okay, let's bring out a when I start as a clone, switch to costume, join glow. This is important because the very first part of this is glow, and this is what's going to switch to costume. Then let's the other part of the join, let's set it to letter 1 of score for now. But let's also set x to be letter, okay, this takes a little bit, letter minus length of score divided by 2, and then we times that by 10. So that is very complicated. Make sure you get that right, because that's what will be centering it. And then let's show it, and then let's wait 0 seconds and delete this clone. And after that, now we have this nice flashing number that should be able to change every time we change the score. So yeah, as we're changing the score variable, it's changing. Alright, so let's replace the letter with letter of score. Now let's create a new block called score, run without screen refresh, and let's replace what was in the forever loop with the score and switch it around. Okay, and let's also times the x by 50. So now we have a nice distance, and we'll change as we change the score as it's changing nice, and we now have this really good score that you can change probably up to however much you want. Okay, let's change score in the pipe sprite right after it right before it deletes itself. And let's change the glow sprite to the score sprite, and set score to 0 at the beginning of the game. So now I feel like we have a pretty good Flappy Bird game with a nice, yeah, it's going, changes score after we go through each of the pipes. Okay, let's continue with the menu. So let's create a new sprite, let's call it start, and let's create a rectangle and have it kind of gray inside. Fill it with gray, and let's use the reshape tool to go along the edges right next to the actual corners, and let's delete the corners, and let's use I'm going to use a tool and make it where it slowly changes color throughout the thing, and now I'll do the same as I'm going to do the same as the actual rectangle, so you kind of have a nice shadowed thing. I kind of like it, but you don't have to do it. Now let's add some text. Let's see. I think yellow. Yeah, yellow might be a good color. Well, I'll do it. And let's say play. Now we can resize the rectangle to what we want. So after you've customized your play button, add a when flagged clicked, let's hide. And then let's create a new broadcast message. And let's name it home. Okay. And then let's add a forever loop. Then set size. Add a set size, add set brightness, and point in direction. And let's add an add block to point in direction, so 90 plus, and set size 100 plus. And then let's add a times block to each of them. And we're going to add a cosine to the point in direction, and then add another times inside of that. Add a timer block on the sensing, and add a times it by 150, and then fill in the for set size. We're gonna do if touching mouse pointer, let's add it times it by 10. We'll do that the same with the brightness effect. We don't need the other times. And we'll show. Hopefully you got that. Set size to 0, and now we have this nice, really cool button, honestly. Maybe set it to 90 plus, but that's all. This is up to you. You can play around with it. But let's add an if then. If touching mouse pointer and mouse down, we're gonna broadcast play to get the game running. So let's create a new broadcast message and for play or start. I'll do start. Oh, and then let's stop this script. So now, and we'll hide it as well. So that way, when you click it, it should hide. And then we just need to replace all the sprites, all the when flag clicked. Let's replace it with start. And yeah, do that. And then we also want to hide it when we do. But for now, I'll just go through each of them. Start. So set score to 0. But that's when I receive start, and this one we also want to set it to 0 because we want to reset it. Now let's, when flagged clicked in the player sprite, let's broadcast home, and now we have play. And let's also add just the first 3 blocks in the start script. So now when you click it, effects. Alright, so now let's add maybe some background music, because I think that would be nice. Go into loops. After forever loop, add all the songs you want. I chose Dance Funky and Dance Energetic, and this seems to work. Set volume to 30, so that way it's not super loud. Let's also add a lose sound. Yeah, you can figure out how you want to do it, and then just do it when die receive the message die will start the sound lose. And now when you die, you should hear the sound lose. And this is where we're going to change, instead of stop all, change it with broadcast home. So that way we have an easy replayable game. So now in the player sprite, when I receive home, repeat the first 3 blocks of the when flag clicked. So now in the pipes sprite, when I receive home, we're going to delete this clone, so that way we're starting from fresh. Okay. Now in the player sprite, let's set the volume to 70, so it's kind of louder when you lose. That's the only sound that's being played in the player sprite. Okay, and now it's pretty good, honestly. Let's maybe let's add a high score. Let's create a new variable, select the cloud variable, and name it high score. So now let's enlarge the variable and bring it at the bottom of the play button. And in the score sprite, when I receive home, if score happens to be greater than the high score, let's set high score to your score. So now, if we pass through at least, okay, so just a little air somewhere in the pipe sprite. Let's see what's happening. So this seems normal now. Let's real fast. Let's show the high score when home is broadcast and hide it when you press play. Alright. So now I figured out the problem. So in the player sprite, we need to wait 0 seconds before we broadcast home. Yeah. And that's it. Thanks. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Please reach out in the comments below if you have any issues or future tutorials ideas, and we'll see you next time. Bye.